Hey guys, welcome to Anime Ball Z, and today we're here with another Dragon Ball Z video, and this is going to be another what if with my concept transformations in it, but this transformation will be the focus of the whole video. We'll start this in the King Piccolo saga, as this is where Goku makes a monumental stretch in strength and skill. But first I'll have to explain what Primal Instinct actually is. So, Primal Instinct at full power doubles all physical attributes, and it is a Saiyan way. So, it's like when the good Saiyans back in the day, they didn't know how to overthrow the bad Saiyans to reach their level of monarchy, be the top. And they had to find a way to grow stronger because nobody had a battle power anywhere near enough to turn Super Saiyan. So they kind of evolved through their training to create a transformation that could double their power. And it also works in Uzaru Super Saiyan, all the other transformations as well. But to use these transformations to stack on to the Primal Instinct transformation, you need to gain control of the Super Saiyan or the Uzaru form and gain total control over it, or it'll infect your mind in a way and it'll make you go insane. Unlike Kaioken, where the base form is double, you can use this ki to amplify any part of your body, like your fists, your full body for like a Kamehameha wave, and other things like that. And you can change the multiplier because it changes the strain on your body. For example, 1.5 times is not as painful as 2 times. So Goku narrowly loses to Tien, and Tien congratulates him for basically winning since he had Tien on the ropes, and Tien would have fell first if it just wasn't for the van in the road. And Goku thanks him for that, and he goes to go get his stuff from the inside of the house where like people stay before their matches, and he finds Krillin dead. Tambourine looks at Goku in the face, and Goku doesn't even know what's going on. Goku shouts, "Who are you?" Tambourine quickly sprouts out his wings for clear domination over Goku, as he makes a stance almost perfectly similar to the stance when Frieza revealed his half power in final form. Tambourine then takes a step forward, and Goku doesn't even see it. Goku then takes a step back in shock, as he is quite strong. The announcer is looking at both of them, and Goku's hair then starts to rise and flows in his own ki. He puts his hand back as lightning strikes behind him, and he jumps to Tambourine and throws a punch, and Tambourine catches his hand and squeezes his hand. He slams Goku into the ground, and Goku feels the pain across his whole body. Tambourine grabs the 4-star ball from Goku and sprouts his wings once more and takes flight and escapes. Goku looks up and punches the ground, and he is annoyed with himself because he thinks that the 4-star ball contains Grandpa Gohan's soul, and he knows that if he was at full power he would have been able to destroy Tambourine. Goku falls to the ground and goes back to normal, and Krillin asks, "Where's the 4-star ball?" Goku then looks up and is surprised that Krillin actually isn't dead. And Krillin says, "I fought him and I narrowly managed to live. I'm so happy I'm actually alive, Goku." Goku then looks down and Krillin says, "Did he take it?" Goku says, "He did. I just about lost to him. I know if I was at full power, I would have been able to destroy him." Ugh. Master Roshi shouts, "Get out of it! It's not that much of a problem to find him. All we need is a radar." Goku looks at the radar and snatches it from Krillin and falls into the flying numbers. But then Krillin says, "No, don't go. You end up dying." Goku obviously doesn't listen and goes for the 4-star ball. Goku catches up with Tambourine and jumps to Tambourine and disrupts his wings, disrupting his flight as he slowly starts to fall. Goku jumps off back onto the flying Nimbus and they both stop. Goku looks at the 4-star ball and shouts, "That's mine!" Goku then goes to the wall, then he tries to grab it, then Tambourine kicks him off the flying Nimbus. and Tambourine blows up the Nimbus. Then Goku gets kicked to the ground to a random forest. Goku just about gets up and says to himself, "If I had something to eat, you'd be dead, Goku Tambourine." Then has some of the primal instinct power flowing through him, and it actually heals all his wounds, and his power level jumps to 207. So he is 3 power level units below King Piccolo right now in his old body, but he's not going to be old for long though. Tambourine arrives back at the Pilaf plain, and King Piccolo takes the 4-star ball from Tambourine and tells him to place each of the images of the fighters that are still alive on the wall of the plain, but he scrunches Goku's image because he thinks that he is dead. King Piccolo then creates another demon called Symbol, and his main purpose is to go for the Dragon Balls, and he made Symbol a dragon as well because of the Dragon Balls. Everyone is in the Kami house as they see on the TV that Namu, a fighter from the Tenkaichi Budokai, has been murdered. Goku has been knocked out and has been revived, and he smells the food that is being cooked somewhere in the forest. He runs for the smell and he finds a huge fish being cooked and jumps on it and starts to eat it and finishes it all and gets back to full power. His power is now 209, and he looks at a rock behind him and kicks it, and instead of punching and instead of it breaking in half, it completely explodes and looks like sand at the bottom, and Goku is ecstatic with his newfound power. Goku then pops out the radar and sees that there is a 1-star ball right next to him, and he looks at where it is, and Yajirobe is here and shouts, "That was my fishy breakfast!" Goku shouts, "Give me my 4-star ball back!" Goku jumps to Yajirobe and punches him, and they have a mini battle. Yajirobe jumps back, and they both think that they've never met anybody as strong before. Yajirobe then says that Goku ate his breakfast, then Goku looks at the 1-star ball and says, "Sorry, you're not the one with the 4-star ball. I see a fish thing in the air though." Yajirobe turns around and sees Symbol flying for them. Symbol lands and asks for the Dragon Ball. Goku is not budging and shouts, "Are you in with the Tambu something guy?" Yajirobe then says, "You're going to be my breakfast." Goku says, "No, his fellow monster killed my best friend." Yajirobe says, "I don't care about your best friend, but I care about my food. Rock, paper, scissors for it then." Goku wins the rock, paper, scissors, and Yajirobe stands back as Goku jumps his Tambourine and goes for a kick and completely obliterates his face. He still has the body intact though, and Yajirobe eats that. So we changed that scene so Goku has more experience with this newfound power, and Goku tries to reveal all of it at once, and his power level jumps to 418 about. Yajirobe looks at it and he's in shock with his power, and Goku is even shocked with his power as well, but you can only hold it for a few minutes, and he starts to train with this newfound power. So Tambourine has killed number 6 fighter Giran, and Tambourine locates Goku, and Goku looks at Tambourine land and looks at him with the most menacing face ever as his eyes go a pale dark blue. His power level raises to 251, and Tambourine is surprised that Goku is still alive and that he is stronger. Goku rushes to Tambourine and runs around Tambourine and shows that the great speed he possesses, and then he kicks Tambourine in the face and punches him in the stomach. Tambourine has blood dripping out his mouth and says, "This can't be! I can't believe this is happening! No human with a weird tail can defeat the Demon Clan!" Tambourine uses the mouth beam and Goku easily dodges the beam, and Tambourine feels the wave of power and heat from behind him and turns and he flies away to stay alive. Goku then uses the power pole to zoom himself up there and uses an amazingly powerful Kamehameha that completely destroys the Tambourine, and Goku says, "That was for Krillin." Goku then drops down, and if you heard at the start, then you realise that if he doubled his power, it would be near 400. And if it's only halfway through 200, that means he literally felt no strain. And he's training with it right now. He's just training with this power. And Yajirobe is actually scared because he sees how strong Goku is, and he knows that if he messes with Goku, he can easily kill him. King Piccolo then sees that Tambourine has been killed and knows that he'll have to kill this unknown fighter himself. He gets out of the plane and is on the roof hovering over Goku and tells him not to land the plane since they don't have to. King Piccolo drops down and looks Goku in the eye and runs to him and goes for a swing. Goku says, "Don't just go for punches when we haven't talked." King Piccolo says, "There's no point in words." Then King Piccolo goes for another kick and then Goku says, "You must be the King Piccolo guy. I'll take you down like your henchman." King Piccolo then smiles and kicks Goku into the air, but then Goku flips back and sends multiple ki blasts to King Piccolo and injures him. Then King Piccolo takes off his cape and reveals his full power. His aura is swiveling around him and is pushing Goku back. Goku then reveals his full power too at 207, and then he makes his Speed Prime stance, where he runs to King Piccolo and kicks him in the face. And then King Piccolo grabs him and slams him to the ground, but then Goku blows King Piccolo back and gets back up, then uses the Kamehameha wave on King Piccolo, and King Piccolo just tanks it, and blood is dripping from the side of King Piccolo's mouth, and he is mad. "How dare you injure the Demon Lord, King Piccolo!" Goku then can't reveal the power he once had, the same power of Primal Instinct, because he's used all his ki with his Kamehameha wave. Well, most of it. Then King Piccolo kicks and punches him multiple times while he's on the ground. King Piccolo jumps back and Goku gets back up and clenches his fist as he looks King Piccolo in the eye, and his power level drops to about 200. King Piccolo puts his hand in the air and brings them down as they are swiveling with powerful ki. Then he puts his left hand out and a fiery beam goes for Goku, and Goku uses another Kamehameha to stop the blast, and he can't push it back. King Piccolo shouts, "How could you be stopping my blast? You must die!" His blast almost doubles in size as it goes around the Kamehameha blast and destroys Goku, and it explodes at Goku. Goku falls to his knees and looks up to see King Piccolo smirking at his failure. And Goku doesn't understand why he didn't use the power he just used and was easily able to contain. Goku then has his hair raised and his eyes turn blue. Then he stands and uses the full power of the Saiyan Primal Instinct. His power level is now 400 and he is ruthless. He says, "I will defeat you! I will!" King Piccolo then goes away as Goku falls out of the form and didn't even get to use it on King Piccolo. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I tried to increase the level of detail in this What If. That's why I've managed to jam pack so much information into one part, and I haven't managed to even get anywhere near to finishing the actual saga like I normally do in my videos, and it's already 30 minutes. So I will just stop here and continue this saga in the second part. So subscribe and like if you think that this is a good series, and I might make a part 2. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.